If you've driven on Route 10 in Morris Plains recently, you may have asked yourself, is that a cow drinking wine? Well, you'd be right, because this thirsty bovine is the mascot for Zinburger Burger and Wine Bar, one of the freshest and hottest restaurants in Morris County. This modern, upbeat, and beautifully designed space is the perfect spot to get yourself the perfect burger. Oh yeah, they've got burgers, juicy, thick, covered in toppings, and flying out the kitchen as fast as hungry guests will devour them. Paired with a hand-picked wine, a local craft beer, or one of their absolutely amazing milkshakes, a Zinburger is truly one of the best around. We're here to talk to David, Zinburger's corporate chef, to find out what's going on at this incredible burger and wine bar. So David, tell me about Zinburger.
Well, Gary, Zinburger is a boutique burger and wine bar. This is our 11th location, our 4th one in New Jersey. We're a local company. Our office is right down the road in Livingston, New Jersey. We feature fresh, ground in-house hamburgers, great wines, craft beers. We're very, very thrilled about Zinburger, and we intend on opening a bunch of these.
Now, what makes Zinburger unique?
The freshness of the product, scratch kitchens. We're not a chain. There's nothing prefabricated. Virtually everything is made in-house. It's like a new American steakhouse.
Now, this location in Morris Plains attracts from many towns. Tell me, why'd you pick Morris Plains?
Our owner is a New Jersey native, and it was very important for him to have his neighborhood restaurant. It's, again, our first freestanding Zinburger that there is, and just the area is just unbelievable. The traffic we're getting is pretty dramatic.
You mentioned your forte is having fresh meat and foods. Tell me, how do you work that into your menu?
So depending on the location, all of our vegetables, produce, everything is as local as possible depending on the time of year. Our beef, we pull from various parts of the country, but again, it's within a 10-day period of time from that cow being processed to getting to us. The clientele changes depending on the time of day. We're surrounded by local businesses, which are a bulk of our lunch crowd. They are great family restaurants. We have a children's menu. Atmosphere is everything in a restaurant. So, we use natural California woods. We go for a vibrant feel and look to the restaurants. There's a lot of cool aspects to the dining room itself. You see our chalkboards where we feature shakes of the month, burgers of the week, wines of the week, our local beers. We have 16 taps, local craft breweries as much as possible. Little neat aspects to the dining room itself. Next, Gary, I'd like to take you to our wine tasting room, which is a unique feature. This is the only Zinburger that has a wine tasting room currently, and we're going to taste some wine.
I can smell the wine room from here. Tell me about this.
Well, one of my favorite rooms in all of Zinburger world. This is our wine tasting room. At this Zinburger, we also have a premium wine list that we want to utilize in accordance with our food. And it has to be a perfect marriage. It's about the flavor profile and the quality.
Great, so what do you have for us today?
Today, we're going to sample from our premium list. One of the magical things for me at Zinburger is you can buy a $20 bottle of wine, which is a great wine, or this one I think is $250. This is a Cabernet. I decanted this earlier for us. A lot of great complexities here, very well crafted.
Just a little, I'm working.
Hey, all right. Don't drink yet.
Okay. How do you choose the wines?
The complexities of the flavor. Is it a light-bodied, medium-bodied, heavy-bodied wine? Am I pairing it with ahi tuna, a Kobe burger? There's so many factors involved. We can do group wine tastings. We've done some corporate events in here, which will segue into our private dining room, another unique feature to this Zinburger. They can taste wine, then sit down for a full meal. Our co-CEO and president wanted a Napa Valley tasting room, and this is pretty much exactly that. It's temperature controlled, so we can store great wines in here. There's, I think, 12 cases of wine in this room right now. It won't last long.
Cheers.
Cheers, Gary.
There you go. Very good. Thank you. Very good.
I thought we'd go to the test kitchen. Very, very excited. That's where I'm doing the menu development.
Tell me what the day in the life is of a corporate chef.
It's pretty exciting. It's nonstop. If I'm not here in the test kitchen working on new foods, I'm traveling to all the Zinburgers that we have, just working on making us better and better.
Kind of a cool place to have an office, I'm sure.
This is the best office in the world. This is it.
So I see you have windows here. Do you get a lot of visitors here when you're cooking stuff?
Yes, we put the windows in by design. So when I'm here working on food, our guests who are in the dining room right behind us, they will actually poke their heads in. They're curious, and I invite them in, and they actually taste whatever I'm working on. In fact, we'll get ideas directly from our guests, and we'll incorporate them and develop items just for them.
You have some zucchini here that look like French fries. Tell me about that.
So talk about local products. Zucchini comes in fresh every day of the week. Hand cut it, bread it with a little Parmesan cheese and panko. Lightly fry them. Our house-made ranch dressing, they're just to die for. This is our ahi tuna salad. This is sushi grade. Fresh Napa cabbage, baby field greens, and very light Asian vinaigrette. These are my absolute favorite sides there are. These are our truffle fries. Hand-cut potatoes, and we have a truffle aioli that we make with that, and again, a little Parmesan cheese.
The entire Zinburger menu is delicious, but the beef is the main attraction. We said before, they've got the burgers, and the test kitchen produces a whole host of combinations. So many, in fact, that they feature a different and innovative creation every week to keep their hungry patrons coming back to see what's new. David, you prepared a few burgers, the meat of your restaurant. Tell me about this one that we have here.
This is our namesake. This is the Zinburger. Full-bodied, nutty Manchego cheese, Zinfandel reduction onions, incorporate Zinfandel wine, again, wine burger bar, shredded lettuce, mayonnaise, and our very, very fresh potato bun. This is the godfather of our burgers. This is our Kobe burger, American-style Kobe meat. Again, still ground fresh in-house every day. Sauteed wild mushrooms, Vermont cheddar cheese, a little bit of mayonnaise, and shredded lettuce. This one is our Blanco burger. We have fresh-made guacamole, pico de gallo, fresh made every day, and whenever possible, New Jersey tomatoes, and pepper jack cheese. This one is our El Diablo burger, so certified Angus beef, chipotle mayonnaise, pepper jack cheese, braised onions, and we oven roast fresh jalapeno peppers. Brings out the full flavor, sweetens them up a little bit.
And what do we have here?
If you're a vegetarian, come join us anyhow. This is our house-made veggie burger. We've got 22 ingredients in the veggie burger itself. We use a smoked mozzarella cheese, fresh tomatoes, fresh avocado, and again, these are fresh-made veggie burgers in-house every day.
Of course, these burgers can stand on their own, but why not pair each with their shakes of the month? They're some of the sweetest around.
The cookies and cream shake, a little bit of whole milk, vanilla ice cream, Oreo cookies. This is our Butterfinger shake. So we have chocolate, caramel, peanuts, and our shake of the month, red velvet cake, cream cheese, strawberries, cake in it, personal favorite of mine.
Now that David's laid out the full spread for us, there's nothing left to do but take a bite of these amazing burgers. Well, maybe more than one bite. Wow, this is good. Now, how many burgers will you make before you get the right one when you're doing it in the test kitchen?
Oh, we could make anywhere from several dozen to a couple of hundred before we get it just right.
You know, I can tell it's fresh. Do you have any freezers around here?
We have very, very small freezer space for our ice cream only.
Oh, so you don't put meat in the freezer?
No, it's always fresh meat, never ever frozen, never.
So how many people can you seat here?
All together with the patio space, the private dining room, we can seat about 219 people.
So how can people find more about Zinburger?
The best way is to go to our website, Zinburger East. All our location information is there, all of our addresses for every location throughout the country.
Zinburger offers a sophisticated burger option and a great selection of pairings to go with their incredible creations. This hotspot is an absolute must-try for all New Jersey burger and wine lovers. Well, thank you so much for having us, and good luck here.
Thanks for coming, Gary. Really appreciate it.
This experience at Zinburger was undoubtedly amazing. But for now, we're heading down to check out Harvest Moon Brewery and Cafe in the heart of New Brunswick. You won't want to miss out on this one. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Hotspots. We're in the city of New Brunswick today, right outside Rutgers University, to check out Harvest Moon Brewery and Cafe. This American-style brew pub sits on George Street and is a favorite spot for the many people living, working, and learning in the area. Although located in a college town, Harvest Moon is known for both craft beers and delicious paired entrees of the highest quality. This inviting establishment has a lot more to offer than one might think at first glance. But everyone who steps inside is in for a unique Jersey experience.
Well, we've been in business here on George Street in New Brunswick for about 20 years now. We opened in March of 1996. The place changed ownership in 2004. I've been here since 2003 running the kitchen, and we've been a fixture on George Street here for nearly 20 years now. When it was originally constructed, they did it with an English pub kind of theme in mind. And while the colors have changed over the years and everything, we still kept some of the original stuff, like our old wall of the original brews that the Moon had, and the copper top bar and things like that. Those are little accents that the customers love that we've kept around. Plus, we also tried to go a little bit more industrial with all the stainless that we have in the brew house, trying to play off of that. An industrial yet warm feel, so that's where we're going with this. We have Johnson & Johnson World Headquarters, the State Theater down the street. We have Rutgers faculty, more than students actually. We have the courthouse right down the street. Anyone who comes into New Brunswick is pretty much a target for us.
Harvest Moon owes a large portion of its popularity to the fact that their in-house brewery delivers craft beers year-round.
We actually make everything in-house. Our brewer, Kyle McDonald, has been with us for going on 8 years now, and he's been doing a fantastic job at trying to keep on top of trends, plus making all of our old staples. We have guest taps come on from other New Jersey craft breweries. We're not stuck up and snooty enough that it's only our beer. We like to kind of promote the whole beer scene in New Jersey.
Beer isn't the only thing bringing in customers. Chef Tank offers an unbelievable menu.
Well, my wings have been written up in the Asbury Park Press and the Star Ledger several times, plus the Daily Target. Rutgers kids do tend to love the wings around here. But I try to keep it with pub food for the pub crowd, your wings and burgers and chicken wraps and sandwiches and such. And then I also have a little more upscale menu. So we try to do some nicer things as well, which people find are pleasantly surprised when they come in here because they think it's just a burger joint, and we're so much more than that. Downstairs we have all of our televisions, the bar crowd area. This is a much quieter room. It's a little nicer than the pub atmosphere. This is more the restaurant section. So this is not just overflow crowd. This is also where if you're coming out to have dinner and go on a date, maybe you want to actually be able to sit down and have a conversation. We also have the ability to separate part of it off for private parties if they, if people want.
Now, can we go in the kitchen and take a look at one of your dishes?
Sure, let's see what we can get going. I've been cooking for 23 years now. It is still a passion of mine. It's still my #1 passion. I still work on the line here. I'm not just a handsome guy in a pretty coat. No, I actually do all of this. I love coming in here every day doing what I do. One of our more popular dishes is our blue cheese crusted pork ribeye. Now this is an awesome center cut pork ribeye steak. Grill off to temperature, whatever you want. I typically recommend medium. Believe it or not, for pork, yes, medium keeps it nice and juicy. We take a little gorgonzola cheese right on top of the pork there, and then we put it in the oven to melt a little bit.
Now, do you deal a lot with New Jersey products?
When I can, especially in the summer, being the Garden State, we do end up getting a lot of Jersey produce in when it's in season. Right now we also work with Rutgers Farm because we give them our spent grain from the brewing process. They feed the pigs with that. And then when I do special events, I'll actually go to the Rutgers Farm and pick out different portions and whatever they happen to have available at the time. Here we go. We got a little heavy cream reducing. To that, we're going to add a little baby spinach. And let that wilt a little bit in the cream. And to that, we are going to add everyone's favorite, a little chopped bacon. More bacon, more better. We take our risotto, which we par-cook ahead of time and finish in the pan. And when making risotto, it always helps to finish with a dash of Parmesan cheese, just to really cream it up a bit. And out comes our nice creamy risotto. Then we go back and get our pork, which we left in the oven. Place that on there like so. Here we have some roasted garlic broth. Yep, a couple chives on top, and voila. It's our gorgonzola crusted pork ribeye with spinach and bacon risotto and roasted garlic broth.
When preparing a menu, Mike confers with Harvest Moon's head brewer, Kyle McDonald, to figure out which offerings pair off nicely with what he's currently brewing.
We usually sit down and I'll start bouncing food ideas off him. He'll tell me what he's thinking about brewing, and then I can start coming up with food ideas. When you're brewing 10 barrels of beer, that's an awful lot. So it's a lot easier for me to change what I'm doing to suit what he's got going on than the other way around.
The star of Harvest Moon's experience is both the amazing craft beers and drinking them. Kyle makes sure he's got the best brewing at all times.
All right, Kyle, how do you have like the coolest job in New Brunswick as a head brewer? Tell me, how'd you get that job?
To be perfectly honest with you, just being in the right place at the right time. I started off in a brewery in Iowa. I was there for about a year. Moved here and kind of walked into that position and was here for about 2.5 years, and then for the last almost 6 years now I've been the head brewer. We usually try and keep between 8 and 10 of our own beers on tap. It's kind of a rotating selection depending on the season, maybe customer requests, certainly my mood and what I'm kind of feel like brewing or whatever new idea I come up with. We have a couple staples. We have a Kolsch beer that's our light beer that we always try and keep on. We usually have some wheat beer on tap, and then from there it can kind of go in any direction. And you'll usually find an IPA, a pale ale, double IPA, some imperial stout, some sours that's really popular now. So it's just kind of a constantly rotating list of beers. Really the key to pairing is to kind of match. You don't want to take blue cheese and pair it with a light beer because the blue cheese is going to overpower the light beer. So it's really about finding that balance between the appropriate amount of flavors in the beer and the food to pair together.
Great. Can we take a look at where you work?
Absolutely, follow me. This is where most of the action happens. This is a working 10-barrel brewery. A barrel is the equivalent of 2 half-barrel kegs that you're accustomed to seeing, so that's the size of our system. You see 3 tanks up here in the brew house. The first one is the mash tun. That's where we take the grains and steep them in hot water. Then we transfer the sugary liquid, which we call wort, from the mash tun over there into the kettle here. In the kettle, we then boil the wort. It's where we traditionally add the hops into the beer. So once we're done boiling here, we transfer it downstairs through these heat exchangers, and then we transfer it downstairs into a fermenter where we have yeast waiting. Typical ale fermentation is about 2 weeks. And then the beer is ready to be filtered and put on tap. And the beer goes from the fermenters downstairs into 10-barrel serving tanks that are directly connected to the taps. So the beer gets served directly from those, and we also have 4 keg lines that we can serve beer on as well. Second Thursday night of every month, we host our monthly cask night. The second Thursday of every month, 5:30, we tap a cask. It's usually one of our regular beers with some sort of special ingredient or treatment added to it. Today we have our Luna Double IPA that had an additional amount of Galaxy hops added directly to the cask. Other things I've done is imperial stouts and added vanilla beans or added cinnamon and maple syrup to pumpkin ales, things along those lines. It's just a fun way for me to play with the beer in a smaller scale and add some unique ingredient. And it's also a great opportunity for the customers to get to try something unique, something one-off that they aren't going to see regularly from us.
How's it?
Very good.
With over 20 years, Harvest Moon has perfected the brew pub experience in New Brunswick with a unique style, tempting brews, and delicious foods. If you find yourself in Hub City, stopping here is a must. When we return, we'll head to Bergen County to show you one of the greatest gathering places in Bogota, the 101 Pub. Stick around, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Hotspots. We're in Bergen County at the 101 Pub. This American-style sports pub is located at the corner of Queen Anne Road in Bogota. Over the years, it's become a staple of the town and surrounding area, calling itself the Cheers of Bogota. Inside, the atmosphere is casual and lively, enjoying both the excellent food and drink selections. The fare here has been praised by almost all of the local news publications, with their buffalo wings taking top honors in a recent poll. The 101 Pub staff is friendly and fun, and they're led by a longtime employee and manager.
It was actually one of my first jobs. I was 16. Took a job as a busboy. I used to work twice a month, every other Sunday from 6 to 9. I've been here now 22 years. I manage the place now. When the owner originally bought it, it was a biker bar. He totally transformed the whole place.
From the moment you walk in, you can really feel the pub atmosphere. The staffs do a great job of maintaining that feeling throughout their bar.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely like the Cheers of Bogota. Everybody knows everybody, everybody's been around, you know. As far as the decor, I mean, we're very local, like we said before. You know, we try to be as uncorporate as we could be. As you can see, like our registers, we try to use everything old school. We're open every day. The only day we open a little later is Sundays. We open at noon. Otherwise, the kitchen's open until 11 and the bar's open until 2 every day. 101
Pub is also a great place for local sports fans to catch the game.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of Giants, Yankees, and Rangers. Sunday football is crazy here. We're a big Notre Dame crowd here. Saturday, college football gets really crazy.
Besides sports, the pub has a whole bunch of promotions, music, and events to keep their customers coming back.
You know, every time a new beer comes out, we always do big promos for that, usually on Thursday nights. And then St. Patrick's Day is always good. Corned beef here is fantastic. Fresh homemade corned beef, all Irish beer specials. So we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. We put out Facebook specials and Instagram specials every day as far as food and drinks, just to keep everybody in the loop of what's going on.
Adjacent to the main bar and dining room is a separate party room.
We do a private party room next door. It's open every day during the week, and then on the weekends we do a lot of private parties back there.
Thinking about drinks? The 101 Pub has signature drinks and serves local beers. There's a lot going on behind that big bar.
We have 9 beers on tap. One of our local beers is actually Cricket Hill. They're out of Fairfield, New Jersey. But we do a lot of work with the distributors there, you know, whatever they want to do. One of their biggest ones that everybody really likes. We have a drink, it's a Twisted Timmy.
All right, our signature drink here at the 101 Pub. So it's 3 ounces of Tullamore Dew, 1 ounce of peach schnapps, ginger ale, and a splash of orange juice. And that's our signature drink. It is the Twisted Timmy.
The 101 Pub is definitely known for its food, and people seem to rave about it online. The food is definitely a step above the rest in flavor and style.
Oh yeah, we actually just won recently Best Wings in Bergen County. And we also have a sliced steak sandwich on mozzarella cheese with garlic bread. We have a chicken supreme sandwich. Those are like our 3 most popular things here. Everything else is good, but those are our 3 most popular dishes.
The pub staff has prepared these 3 dishes just for us. I can't wait to sit down and give them a try.
Over here we have our chicken supreme sandwich, which is probably #1 on the menu. Breaded chicken, American cheese, bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayo. All the healthy things of life. Cut French fries. And these are our buffalo wings. Everybody loves them. They're really small, but everybody thinks that they're just really delicious.
Wow, now this is the best wing in Bergen County. Phenomenal.
They're George's wings, which are actually really hard to find, I think because of the size. Our base is Frank's hot sauce, which then we use a couple other secret ingredients to get like the real flavor going. So right here we have our famous sliced steak, probably one of our most famous dishes here. So it's an IBP Select, which is one of the better steaks that we use. All right, go ahead. You want me to take a bite? Sure. All right, sure. So it's a sliced steak, toasted garlic bread with garlic butter spread with mozzarella cheese.
Great.
Oh, always good.
Tasty. I love the garlic bread idea.
The cooks. I can't even take credit for that one. I wish I could. So it's definitely a place you want to come check out. I mean, we've had kids that are 7 years old that come here because they want to have their birthdays for wings. And we've had 95-year-old birthday parties here because they want to come here for pot roast and mashed potatoes. So it's one of the last local places left, definitely in Bergen County, even in New Jersey. Good food, good drinks, and a great atmosphere. You should definitely check it out.
The 101 Pub is truly a hot spot to try out if you're in the heart of Bergen County. With a mix of food, company, and local charm, this pub serves up a little for everybody. Come on down, rain or shine, and be sure to check out online for today's specials and events before stopping by.